Hi, hello RJ, hi Sammy, hi Olivia, hi Khalil, hi Shane. It's time for science, and this is probably going to be a pretty quick lesson because today we're going to talk about rocks, and you have your packets at home that you will do after this lesson as a follow-up. But today, let's again get back to the topic of rocks. What are rocks? Where do they come from? Where do you find them? What do you do with rocks? All good questions, all good questions. First of all, let's just say that a rock is a hard thing that you find in the ground, and it's made up of many particles and minerals. And there are lots of things you can do with rocks, but before we talk about that, again, where do they come from? Well, rocks are a gift. They're a natural resource, a gift from the earth. Where do we live? Oh, let's take a look on planet Earth. On planet Earth, very good. Let me find our country. Oh, there it is, the United States of America. So rocks are gifts, natural resources that come from planet Earth. Where do you find them? Why, you find them in the ground. You find them in the ground. But not all rocks are the same. Just like people, we're all very special, very different in our own ways, right? We're all people, but we're different. Well, I have a whole selection of rocks to share with you. And you're going to see they're not all the same. They're all rocks, but they're not all the same. All right, so let's start by looking at some of my wonderful rocks. Now, I'll let you know a secret. You know my favorite place on earth is the beach. Well, guess what? Mrs.E also loves rocks. I like to hold them. They have somehow make me feel very good. The first rock I'm going to show you is this one. It's a pretty big rock. Where did I find it? In the ground. It's a gift from planet Earth. This rock is a little bumpy. It's really not flat. It is not smooth. Oh my goodness, this is a special rock because when Catherine was a little girl, she used this rock for an art project, and she painted her favorite dog at the time, Ginger, on it. Yeah, so this is a special rock for me, but did it come from the earth looking like this? No, she used it again as an art project. Rocks can be used in many ways. So this rock is quite big. It is rough. It's light brown in color. And take a look at its shape. Now, some rocks are big, and some rocks are very small, like this one. It's clear in some parts, and when I touch it, it feels smooth. It's not bumpy at all. Some rocks are big, some rocks are small. Some are light brown, almost gray in color. Some are white or clear. Does anyone remember the science word for clear when we can see through the window? Transparent, transparent, very good. Here's another rock. Oh, this is a special rock. This rock came from a volcano. Yes, and take a look at the color. Yeah, you see some black? The black parts, some of the black parts are very smooth, and some of the rough parts, almost gray in color, they're rough. So we have a very big rock that's brownish gray, a very small rock that's clear in some parts and white in others. We have a black rock from Mount Vesuvius, very special. This rock actually came from a volcano. And I have one that looks like the picture that I showed you in Reading Wonders, doesn't it? It looks like a speckled egg. Almost looks like an oval, an oval. This is another rock. All these rocks, they're different sizes, they're different colors, and they're different shapes. And they're also very different as far as texture. Some are smooth, some are rough. This rock is both smooth and rough. All right, I have a couple more. This rock is flat. Take a look. Where did all these beautiful rocks come from? They all came from planet Earth, from the ground. This rock has like a brownish pink to it. Take a look, and it also is very smooth and shiny. Yeah, and I have maybe 3 more to show you. Here's a white rock. This one I put words on it. Bad news, and I also put on good news. I hope you all have some good news today to share with someone. I hope no bad news. So I used this rock as a teaching tool once. Rocks can do so many things. They can be an art project, a teaching tool. I used to pass this around and say, tell me something good. And sometimes the students say, well, I have something bad to share, and that's okay too, because when we have some bad news or we're feeling badly about something, it's nice to talk about it. All right, and I have 2 more here, actually 3 more. I actually have 3 more. 1, 2, oops, 3. Mrs.E dropped it, but you heard it, right? Because rocks are hard. Some rocks are harder than others, but they're all hard. They all come from the earth. They're all natural resources, but they're different as far as what? We talked about this. Size, shape, color, and texture. Some are rough, some are smooth, some are both rough and smooth. So are rocks a great thing? They sure are. Everyone help me. Where do they come from? They come from planet Earth. Are they a gift from planet Earth? Yes. And when planet Earth gives us something that we can use, that we need, we call that a natural resource. That means nobody makes them. It just happens, and it's just part of what planet Earth is. Right? It's our planet, and we should love our planet and take care of it. Now, I don't know if you realized it, but last week, actually last Wednesday, was Earth Day. And Mrs.E always says, take care of planet Earth, and every day should be Earth Day, right? So I hope you did something very nice for planet Earth. Maybe plant a tree, maybe plant some flowers, maybe clean up some litter on the ground. All those things help planet Earth. Maybe recycle. Maybe throw some cans and plastic bottles into a big orange pail so it can be used again in a different way. Yeah, planet Earth is a very special place to live. It's our planet. We want it clean and healthy. And we say thank you to planet Earth for resources like water, which all living things need. And today we're talking about rocks. Rocks. And again, you can see rocks can be used for buildings. You can build houses. They can be used for the top of a house, which is called a roof. You can make a path with rocks. You can make an art project with rocks. So many things to do with rocks. It is a natural resource. Where do we find rocks? We find them in the soil, in the dirt. You might have a very special rock collection at home. And for Father's Day every year, what we usually do is we paint a rock, just like little Catherine did when she was a little girl, probably just about your age, maybe a little bit older. And we paint it and we put eyes on it and a smiling face, and we make a paperweight, because when you use a rock and you put it on a paper, the papers do not blow away. If you're outside or if a fan is on in the house, it's called a paperweight. And we put a little face on it. We always say, you rock, Dad, you rock. Maybe we'll talk more about that project as we head towards June. Let's hope we'll be back in school by then. Let's hope so, because I would love to do that project with you. All right, so boys and girls, see if you can find any rocks. And remember, again, they come from planet Earth, and are all rocks the same? No, they are not. Some are big, some are small, or smaller. The smallest rock I have here today is this one. But I want you to know, there are rocks even smaller than this one, and rocks even bigger than this one. There are some giant rocks out there, and we call those boulders. Listen again, boulders. What does that begin with? B, B. Yes, letter B. Good for you. All right, have fun working with your packets. And again, I do hope you get to explore some rocks on your own. If you can go outside, dig a little bit in the soil, in the dirt. You might find a couple. Wash them up and keep them for your collection. You might find something interesting to do with them. All right, boys and girls, goodbye. Goodbye. We'll talk again.